Hi, everyone.
Hey everyone, it's MK, Mr. MK, and Samson, back for our weekly live feed. And we're just gonna wait a few minutes because today's live feed is a big one. It's a super exciting day here today at MK Quilts. So we're gonna go ahead and just wait a few seconds. We'll chatter a little bit. Did you guys see, those of you who are friends, personal friends of mine on Facebook, hopefully you saw, well actually I think I reposted it here in the group, that today is the 7th year anniversary from Samson's Gotcha Day. Got Samson 7 years ago today. 7 years ago today was Mother's Day. It was a Sunday that year. And we got Samson on Mother's Day. Yeah, how do you think that worked out? He's pretty much become Paul's dog. Maybe if we get another dog on Father's Day, honey, he would become my dog. Yeah. I think that's a no.
Sammy says no.
No. Sammy is perfectly happy being an only child.
Oh, yes.
All right. Well, we have lots of folks jumping on already. Thank you, Ellen. Ellen just brought me over the bag. Inside of the bag are all of the names, all of y'all that entered to win the videos. So she did that for me. I appreciate that. Actually, while more people are jumping on, let me just show you this bag. Is this darling or what? And it's got the little keychain and whatnot on there. So one of my students at my last sim session made this for me. Oh my gosh. And you know what it is? It's a pre-printed table, what am I trying to think? Placemat. Thank you, Ellen. It's a pre-quilted placemat from Vera Bradley. So it looks like Ellen is leaving. Goodbye, Ellen.
Bye,
See you tomorrow. All right, so we have a lot on our list today. I'm so happy that so many can join live today. All right, so let's go ahead and get going. If you jump on, just say hi, maybe where you're coming to us from.
France.
Yep. That's Patricia. Patricia's coming later this year for private instruction here in the studio. So I'm really excited about that. So if you jump on live, tell us where you're coming to us from. And if you catch this later after the fact, just drop replay and where you're coming to us from. Okay, so I have quite a list here. Paul's got some of his own things to talk about. So let's go ahead and get started. Hey, Jeff and Diane. All right, so I am back in town after my whirlwind 2 weeks on the road, and I had such a fantastic time, you guys. If you watched all along, you saw that I caught some snow while I was up in Michigan for the first time in a long time. I mean, I'm originally from Minnesota, Paul and I both are, but we haven't had, I haven't been in snow for a while, so that was kind of fun to do that. So I am back. I had a fantastic time, met so many people. It was wonderful. So once again, I just want to give a huge thank you for those who hosted me. So first of all, to Melinda, and then to Annette. Those two people are owners. To Diane. Diane's an owner. I was with her. To Barbara. Barbara was an owner, is an owner. And then to Lynn. Lynn was a host for a sim session. And thank you, ladies, for having me in your beautiful homes and for hosting the sim sessions at your house. Okay, so let's talk about booking me for next year. As I've mentioned many times already, I'm completely booked for this year. The only additional things that I'm going to be doing are new owner install trainings, okay? And I actually have one of those coming up next week. So of course, we'll always go to our owners and make sure that they are properly installed, everything is good, and then I will go to do their training. That's one of the incentives, right? The add-on value-added services that we offer here at MK Quilts is that he or one of our certified techs goes to install for you, and then I will come after the fact and do a session with you, private one-on-one training with you. Okay, so back to booking events for next year. A lot of people, as I was traveling last 2 weeks, asked me, well, how does this work? How do I host you, MK, or how do you come to my area? So basically, here's the deal. When I travel and teach, I go as an independent freelancer. I go on my own dime. I pay my way to get to you. okay? But if you as a host could host me in your home, and if you need references, you could just, be happy to let you speak to all the people who have hosted me. If you would be comfortable having me in your home and you can help get me from the airport and things like that, that helps me and I would help you, right? So my hosts get a little bit of a discount off of their class fee for hosting me, and I usually bring a few goodies for my host as an additional thank you, okay? So if you would be willing to do that, if you've got room for 6 to 10 additional people in your home studio, if you have a smart TV, that's the best, something with an HDMI connection in the back of the TV, and then of course your machine. If all of those parameters you feel like you could do that for me, then I would come to do a sim session for you. And all of my students that attended my 3 sessions over the last 2 weeks, they just could not say enough good things. And that's very humbling for me, but it's also very gratifying that I was able to help so many people know and love their systems better. And just by me sharing my love for Pro Stitcher and my love for simulation, okay? So that's what it takes. If you're interested, I already have an event for January of next year. I just sent Paul the details on that. He's going to be getting that up on the website today. That's here in Florida, Venice, Florida. And then in February next year, Paul and I, Paul's got some issues right at the moment. Do you need a water, honey? You could go in the back and get one.
Yeah, I'm going to get a water.
Okay.
For me.
In February next year, we are going to be doing another local quilt show with one of my local guilds. So we'll have our big booth and the machines there. So February probably going to be busy for us. And then, after that, I am looking for other events to do for next year. Okay, so reach out to me if you are interested. All right, so let's see. Yep. Yes, folks are coming more. Oh, I just wanted also to mention that many of you maybe have caught me at one of my sessions over the last 3 years. I've been doing this for 3 years. It seems hard to believe, but maybe you've already caught me and you're thinking well, what's going to be new if I come out and see you again? Well, a lot of people are coming to more than one of my sessions. Even if they have all of my videos, they still come to my sessions and they learn a lot. Because here's what I do in my sessions, you guys. I come in and I just kind of let everybody introduce themselves. And I get a feel for, how comfortable are you with your system? Are you a newbie? Are you intermediate? Are you consider yourself advanced? Do you have any of my videos? What's the baseline of everybody that I have? And then we just go. I just go with whoever I've got, and we cover as much information as we can with all of my instruction. And you always get the latest, greatest. And even this last week, we did that tip of the week that I did last week. That spun out of one of my sim sessions where people were asking about something. And I'm like, well, let's just do it together. And then I'm like, well, how about I just make that tip of the week? Okay, so it's always fun when you come out to a session because I keep it very free flowing, okay? And it's a lot of fun. All right, so I've been talking a lot. My next item on my list is, while I've been away, I'm not sure Mr. MK had very much to do. I think he was pretty bored back here. Not at all. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it over to Paul. Paul, honey, what do you got going on? What's been going on while I've been on the road?
Well, I have been seeing another woman.
Oh Lord, what?
No. So Teresa, one of our neighbors, has come on board over the last couple weeks to become our new head of shipping department, and she is so organized. We've got her set up a desk and everything, and I'm just loving having her on board. We're implementing things to keep our thread club shipments a little more organized. We're going to be doing better about shipping notices in the boxes if we short thing. I mean, there's a lot of things we can do better, and now that we have Teresa on board, I will put her on our About site because she is very important as well. But she's going to be helping manage so that I can focus on the more fun stuff, Yahoo, business-related stuff. So, we're keeping a lot more in stock. We're getting things turned around quickly, but we're also doing more turnover, so we have to have somebody that can get things ordered and keep things moving. So Teresa is just wonderful. So she's been doing that. I think this is her third week, and I'm very impressed. So I think that was the major thing. So the other woman is in the house, and she's keeping me straight on the shipping.
I trust him and her.
Yeah, the neighbors watch everything in our neighborhood.
Neighbors might be talking.
Okay. So the other thing that I got done while Melissa was gone was we had made a deal, and we usually don't take trade-ins and such, but Melissa wanted to have HQ Simply 16 in the shop on a Littlefoot frame. And so I got that set up. I don't know if you've shown it to him, but maybe
no,
after
but we
this
will. We will when I show what's on the frames. I'll introduce you to Mick Simply.
Oh, Mick Simply. I'm McPaul, huh? Yeah. Okay. So the other interesting thing, which I didn't have time to work up, but there is a new announcement coming out at what's the conference or the
Spring Market.
Spring Market. So they're announcing it at Spring Market. It's actually orderable now. I ordered one immediately for Melissa. Now, for Melissa's big tables and everything, you know, the Littlefoot table was not one that you could roll your quilt on. It was, you had to clamp it off. What's the term?
With the grips, clamp it onto the frame, onto the hoop, kind of thing,
and move it around. And there was a third-party add-on, which was nice, where it gave you another bar to do some rolling of it. But I can now announce that there is a new add-on from Handy Quilter for the Littlefoot table called the
Little Buddy
system or whatever. It's not only a bar towards the back that actually has a crank on it, but it is also an extension out the front so that you now have sort of the same 4-bar system you have on the bigger tables.
Except it's in a smaller space.
But it's on a 5-foot table in a smaller space. Now, for a lot of our long armors that have the big machines right now or the big tables, you might not think that's important, but we're going to work up a little deal with you. If you end up selling and upgrading with us, one of the features that I think will allow you to sell your, say, Avante with Pro Stitcher to somebody else would be as if you could offer the Littlefoot frame with this buddy system. In a lot of cases, you don't ship your table, you don't change out your table if you don't need to, because the repackaging and shipping is cost prohibitive. So very often the new owner will be buying a table anyways. I think the market will be much bigger for people that just want to get into it but can only fit the 5-foot Littlefoot frame in there and still want to get experience with Pro Stitcher. So we are going to set up a deal here. If you're thinking about upgrading but you're like, well, who's going to buy my system? Or maybe you have room and want to keep your old system there but only on a 5-foot table, we are going to be kicking in the buddy system on any Littlefoot purchase that's involved in selling a new thing. I mean, this is like a $400 option. I forget what the price is, $45 shipping. But here again, I think it's going to help moving along some of the used systems if they have this option to do. So I'm excited about that. I think those are the main things I want to talk about today, though.
Yeah.
Any questions?
Yeah, that is awesome, you guys. I'm just going to be flat out honest with you. I know that the Littlefoot frame filled a need for the public out there that just needed a smaller setup. But for me, I was just never that interested in it because it just, like, I want to be able to roll my quilts through the frame. I'm just being honest. But now with this add-on and the size of it and all of those incentives that Paul said, maybe you just want to keep your Avante instead of try to sell it. We actually have a new owner this year, or it was this year, early part of this year, who just kept her Avante and got a Littlefoot frame, okay, and then got her Amara. So there's a lot of options, you guys, now, and I am super excited. At the end, I will show you my Simply. We took it, we let one of our new owners upgrade. I took her Simply because I wanted one, and it's on the little foot frame, and we'll add on the buddy system, and I'm super excited. It's also, like, for us personally, going to be a much easier setup to take to a quilt show with that smaller frame. Put a Pro Stitcher on there, and I am just like thrilled all the way around now. I am thrilled with that setup. So just watch for that promotional material from Paul. That will be something that is exclusive at this point to MK Quilts. I don't know if other retailers are going to do anything like that, but that will be something that we will offer, and we'll help you through that, of course, if you're looking to upgrade, and that's one of the items on my list. Okay, so super, super exciting. There are some other gadgets that are going to be released at Spring Market, so keep watching. I will talk to Paul about that. And a lot of times what we've done when new things come out, like we did with the Glide, like we did with the tool tray, we offer some sort of a little discount if you want to get those when they're newly released. As soon as we can get them, we'll turn around and get them out. Speaking of gadgets, I think right now we have just a handful of people that are waiting on square feet. Holy buckets. When I did that tip of the week on the square, how I use the square foot here at MK Quilts, man, they were like shooting out the door. So thank you for all your business on that. We really, truly do appreciate that. Okay, so we got to keep going because we got a lot big stuff coming up at the end of the live feed. All right, so we already talked about Teresa, new and timing kits, honey. Do you want to just touch base about that again?
Okay, so, and it's actually come in handy, and in one case I wish they would have had one, but we've put up what I call them timing test kits, because I wouldn't expect somebody to actually do their own timing without assistance, and there's a video online all about that. But the timing kit consists of the loop lift spacer and a specialized clamp that you use, and it's a really good check if you're dealing with problems with stitches and things and you just don't know whether you may have just knocked out your timing a little bit at some point. Between the video I posted that's attached to the actual product on the store, to if you need to call for help, that's why, yes, it's I think $110 on sale right now. That includes support, so you're not just buying the parts, though the parts did cost us a pretty penny, to be honest, because they are custom. So if you're interested in having that, we ordered a bunch of them, and they're good to have around as a diagnostic tool. So check it out.
So just remember, you guys, we are not advocating that you should try to do your own timing or crack your machines open or anything like that. This is why we have more techs on board now with MK Quilts. Okay, so always remember the timing deal that we're allowing you to purchase is just for you to kind of be able to check your machine and see where you're at, and then move forward with an authorized tech to help you if you have an issue. Okay, and we hope that you look to MK Quilts and the people that we have brought on board. I posted a link to our about page, or maybe I didn't. I think I'll let Paul get Teresa's bio up there, and then again we'll post the about page from MK Quilts, and you can see all of the people that we have on board with us now. Okay, and check out those techs wherever they are located. All right, the next thing I wanted to mention, and it kind of goes hand in hand with the techs, is Ellen, of course, our wonderful new addition, Ellen. She has been working on a new piece of marketing material for us, and we're going to get that into the hands of our technicians. It's a trifold, a beautiful piece of marketing material that kind of talks about us, what we do here, our services, everything. Now, we're going to get them into the hands of the techs, but if you want to get those as well, because, we have the referral program now that we've been talking about for several weeks. So maybe once we have those available, if you order something and you want us to stick a few in there, we'd be happy to do that, because that just helps you to chatter about us and let people know what we do and what we offer. Okay, so I haven't talked to the details about that with Mr. MK, but we are going to be ordering a boatload of those marketing material flyers.
So I think that's a great idea. I don't think we left any space, but you might want to get some of these things and put a little mailing sticker that says referred by and your name on it. And so if you drop them off at guilds or other places and those things turn up, we're just looking, marketing in 2019 is a very, very challenging thing. So we're just opening the doors to get help from our friends.
And you know, I feel, and so many people have commented about this, how I seem to be able to do these live feeds like pretty seamlessly. And I don't know, I just have, when I come to you like this, I feel like you're standing there and I'm just talking to you as a friend, okay? So I love this platform because it does allow me to just talk to you like friends and let us know what you're doing. And so we love it when you talk about us. That leads me into my next topic is, if you got our newsletter this last couple weeks ago, we had a write-up in there about one of our owners who did a lovely blog post about her experience with buying from MK. She's not local to us. She is in Florida, but she's quite a distance away from us, and why she chose us. It's a really awesome thing. We didn't even know that she was doing it, and then she posted it, and I mean, we were like blown away. Thanked her profusely. I'm actually, the sim event that I'm going to have in January is going to be with her at her home. So, you know, it's just, I love this social media platform because we can get out there and we can reach more people. But, you know, some people still like the print material. Print material can work as well. So be watching for that, okay? Speaking of being highlighted in our newsletter, if you would like to be highlighted, or maybe, you know, you would like to introduce us to somebody else who would like to be highlighted, we are all about building community. We are all about letting other people also talk about themselves and showcase themselves, because we are about building community and lifting people up and making them be successful as well, okay?
We'll even showcase their dog.
Oh, we can showcase your dog too. Samson has become the official mascot, right, of MK Quilts. All right, so I just had on here that Ellen is doing a fantastic job for us. She's just a great find. I just love her. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the promotion that Handy Quilter has going on. Actually, it doesn't start until the 10th, but we can chatter about it now. It is, excuse me, I got a little catch of my own. Honey, can I have a little bit of your water?
Yes, babe. Sorry.
So the promotion that is starting in a couple of days is like this 000 thing they got going on again. 0 down, 0 interest, and free shipping. Let me just take a little sip. Okay, you guys, so I wanna also mention, before I say anything about buying a machine from us, what have I told you many times? Stop and think about it. If you have a local retailer, you have somebody that you have a relationship with, we are not trying to do anything with that relationship, okay? If you are looking for a new retailer and you would like to consider us, we would love to have you. Okay, so now, on forward with the promotion. Handy Quilter, I want you guys to always know also that Handy Quilter always has financing options available to you. A lot of times they will highlight, a few times during the year, they will have a promotion and they'll highlight their financing. On the retailer side of things, that is also kind of a promotion for us, because there are fees involved when you finance. However, there is a new program with Handy Quilter and Synchrony where it is a 12-month same as cash, like 0 payments for 12 months. Of course, if you pay it off at the end, otherwise it's all, accumulating, right? So it's a new program that they're just coming out with, and we can absolutely hook you up with the application for Synchrony and all of that, whatever you need to do. There's a lot of different options. I just want you to be aware that even if Handy Quilter is not blasting marketing material about financing, it's always available, okay? So please, please, please reach out to us if you have any questions about that. Just as I reached over to put that piece of paper down, I picked up my other little furry friend I have with me today, my little koala bear. Uh-oh, Sammy, don't get jealous. He's like, what in the world? So if you followed me on Monday, you saw that I had a guest in the studio all the way from Australia. Elsa has been following me for a while. She reached out to me many months ago and said she was planning a trip to the States to do all kinds of stuff. I mean, the woman, I swear her body didn't know what time zone she was in, because she's been all over the United States. But her last stop was with MK, and she was so excited to be here. She brought me that little thing. And her and I talked about maybe MK coming down under at some point. And so it's kind of on my my bucket list, you guys, is to get outside of the United States and do some things elsewhere, you know. Now, we can't sell outside the United States. We're not looking to do that, but Paul, I'm just looking to go out there and teach more different places around the globe. Okay, so who knows? Just keep watching. We'll see if that might come to fruition at some point. Yes?
What made me laugh earlier is somebody asked, are we going to feature cats as well? I guess we have to.
Yeah,
Okay.
Well, actually, I'm going to show you a cat quilt that's on the frame today, so maybe that can count for today. All right, so let's see. What else do we got? Just before, okay, so that's it. So that's it for my list, other than the giveaway. Don't worry, I haven't forgot about the giveaway. Any final thoughts?
Nope, I saw someone ask about France and things, and in 2020, we will be more internationally known getting around here at some point, just because we like to travel. So, if you haven't heard, Melissa and I are going on a Panama Cruise in November.
Oh, I thought that was supposed to be some big secret.
Yeah. I was just being cute.
Oh, you are cute, honey.
I'm cute. So, it's not a quilting cruise, though. You know, if you can sneak on scissors and some of your crafts and things.
Paul, don't get him in trouble.
Well, keep them. Just, you're responsible for your own sharp objects. Let's just put it that way. But, I mean, there is a nice casino, and this is an adult cruise ship with nice restaurants and stuff. It's not really kid-focused. You can join us on our rear balcony as we go through the Panama Canal and see both sides at the same time. So we'd love to have a couple friends show up if you can swing it. It's a 10-day cruise out of
Miami
on November 11th. And if a few people do sign up through the same agent we use, you can go to the website and check that out. There might be some extra perks that we'll be able to spend together on the cruise, but we're not doing this as a full-blown cruise, but we'd love to have you. If you can swing it, 10 days, some good stops on Norwegian Cruise Line, which I've done before. I like their stuff. I like Texas Hold'em, so they have a decent casino there.
And we like to play euchre, so I'm sure we're going to have to make some new friends to play euchre.
And yes, so.
Okay, now, the event that you've all been waiting for. You're probably like, get on with it, you two. All right, or you three. Okay, so let's talk about the giveaway. What I did just before I hopped online was I turned off the commenting on that original post. So as you guys know, the reason why we're doing this whole giveaway is because my simulation group, the group that we're in right now, reached 2,000 people right before I left town a couple of weeks ago. I mean, from the time that it started to now, 2,000 people, and it's still growing every day. I'm just like, wow. You know, I could have never even imagined in my wildest dreams. Okay, so I just thought, you know what, I haven't done a lot of giveaways, you know, and I just thought, well, what better way to say thank you than to give away my top 5 online videos. And I tell you what, I've been traveling for 2 weeks, and I even told my people, if you want to wait to buy the videos, you can just wait to see if your little name is drawn out of the bucket. You know, if you want to wait to buy the videos. Okay, so here we go.
I have a question. What if they already own the videos?
I got them. I got you covered.
Okay.
Okay, so
my arms are tired.
Okay. Okay, so the first thing is you must have done those 4 deals, the 4 things that I asked you to do on that original post, okay? No purchase is necessary. You have not had to buy anything from us up to this point to win, okay? If you already have the top 5 videos, we will let you have equivalent value up to that $200 mark, $217 or whatever it is, on other videos or other videos that I'm going to release in the future. I am still working on the whole cloth class. Okay, so if you already have the top 5, but you don't have some of my other classes, we'll allow you to do that. Okay, if you're an owner and you win, we're just going to reach out to you and we'll work something out with you, because all of my owners get all my videos for free anyway. Okay, so they need something extra if I pull their little name out of the hat. Okay, if you already own everything, every online video that I have ever produced, and you are the winner right now, again, we will reach out to you and we will do something equivalent or give you something, I don't know, but we will make it equivalent and everybody can be a winner, okay? Paul, did that answer your question?
Yes, it did.
Okay. All right, here we go. Where's the little bag? Here's my little Vera Bradley bag. Ellen was so kind to write down all of the names. I wish that Samson could pick the name right now, but he can't. Okay, so after I pick the name, I am going to, we'll sign off, but I'm going to go onto the computer and make sure that we find the post, the name that I'm about to draw, and make sure that they did all of those things. I guess if they didn't, we'll have to, draw another one. Okay, here we go.
And the winner.
And the winner is, just got one sheet of paper. The winner is Cynthia Hammond Vardell. Cynthia Hammond Vardell. I actually think she's I think she just entered the group this morning. I think I was just chatting with you, Cynthia. Oh my gosh. That is awesome. Here's the name right there. You saw.
Cynthia.
Oh. Okay, so
They're
Cynthia,
different.
hopefully you did your, all of your stuff. You had to have done those 4 things, which was basically be on the newsletter, write a comment, share the group, tell us where you live. Okay, those were the 4 things. Okay, so I'm gonna have to check that. All right, and then we will reach out and let you know how we get the videos to you. Okay, Paul has a
runner-up.
We're not gonna announce the runner-up because that would just be too heartbreaking. It would be like the Kentucky Derby. Oh, jeez.
So show them the Simply.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm sorry. Yes. Hide that name. Let me just show you what's on the frames today and introduce you to McSimply. All right. Over here. Yep. You guessed it. I still have my double wedding ring on the frame. Well, you guys, come on, cut me a little slack, right? I was on the road for 2 weeks, but I'm down to the end of that, and I'm super excited to be getting to the end of that double wedding ring. All right, over here, oh my gosh, look at this quilt. This is full of Kaffe fabrics, and it's just a really gorgeous quilt. We did a brand new panto on there. Ellen and I picked it together, talked to the client. She loved it. It's called Funky Fans, and you can get that at Urban Elements. Okay, I'm trying to walk not too fast so I don't get you all dizzy. Over here on McMara is a cute as can be little quilt that with kitty cats on it. Okay, so here, we don't discriminate against kitty cats. And this is a quilt from a Deb Heatherly pattern. The piecing pattern is by Deb Heatherly, and then the piecer on that is a friend of mine that I get to see every fall when I go on retreat. Okay, so over here, I'm gonna turn slowly. Over here, oh geez, Paul's got the shades on.
We're going out for a walk.
Say hello to McSimply. And she's just on her little foot frame there. We don't have the ad on yet. I just have some cheater fabric hanging down there in front so you don't see all the mess under the table. But we had to do some fancy organizing in here so we could get the machine in. I still want to get I want to get a Martelli table, and I want to get some stuff in here, but that'll have to wait for another day. Mr. MK is like, oh my gosh, MK. All right, you guys, thank you so very much for being a follower here on the page. This is why we did the giveaway today, is because you guys follow along with what we have going on here, and we truly appreciate it. Paul's just heading out with Samson, taking him for a walk. I actually have to shut the machines down and head on out of here. I have a commitment this afternoon. A little bit on the sad side. I've had a friend from my quilt guild pass away, so I'm going to go give my condolences and support for the family. I have a service to go to this afternoon. So until next week, keep watching. I don't have tip of the week done yet, but I'll dream up something and share it with you. If you're interested in hosting me next year, reach out to me. There's just a very few spots left for some of my events for 2019, so grab them while you can. All right, you guys, that's all I got for you this week. Until next time, from my studio to yours, happy quilting and congratulations to Cynthia. I'll be reaching out to you. All right, bye-bye.